Hey everyone, so we do have more updates on the XRP. It's been a bloody bad week. And, we might not be getting much until 2026. I'm kind of worried for XRP since it's now, as I said, if it gets below $2.5, it's going to be a scary ride. And we saw exactly that. A lot of people were hoping for another bull run for $4, but this is one of the biggest crashes in crypto history. I'll keep you guys updated on more news.
The day, but the cryptocurrency space always keeps us busy. We couldn't help but share this pretty huge news, and that is that Ripple is breaking in.
So yeah, I like to see even if there's a huge crash, as I said, Ripple will keep on, working on it. They won't stop.
Into the corporate treasury market, a $120 trillion market with a $1 billion acquisition.
So yeah, they were saying about getting in treasuries anyway, but G Treasury provides CFO and treasurers with clarity to act on strategic final decisions with the world's most adaptable. So they're basically getting into treasuries, which is something that we saw with XRP before, like $20 million of XRP being in a treasury. It was in very early stages. This is just another part where they're, going forward.
The clarity to act on strategic financial decisions with the world's most adaptable treasury platform, empowering them to face the challenges of today and tomorrow. Our industry-leading solutions are purposefully designed to support every stage of treasury complexity, from cash visibility and forecasting to payments, risk, debt, and investment. With G Treasury, financial leaders gain comprehensive connectivity across all banks and ERPs to build an orchestrated data environment enabling rapid value realization, with implementations up and running in weeks. Plus,
so yeah, trusted by over 1,000 customers. Now, I'm not too sure. I feel like these are the big players, that are actually doing the treasury over here, but just another XRP partnership is exactly what we needed at this point. It is a great news overall. G Treasury is working with JP Morgan, and again, JP Morgan is partnered with the XRP at that sense.
Integrations for account balances, APIs, real-time historical balance data. They're also partnered with Goldman Sachs and Goldman Sachs' transaction banking arm.
So yeah, all of these partnerships, that XRP took before are now coming forward in this sense.
Payment workflows, global payments, FX routing, etc. And there's a long list of other partners, but G Treasury is really plugged into the financial system. And some of the major players that facilitate it, like Swift, like JP Morgan, like Goldman Sachs, and now Ripple is plugging into those and potentially looking to implement the XRP ledger to maximize things. This was from Brad Garlinghouse earlier today. You can see this is dated the 16th, 2025 at 5 p.m., which will be UK time, so GMT. It says today, Ripple is breaking into the $120 trillion corporate treasury payment market with the $1 billion acquisition of G Treasuries. The past few years have reminded this industry why payments, first and foremost, is the
So Ripple is breaking into 120 trillion corporate treasury, which is going to be growing possibly next year. Even better, 1 billion acquisition. So that is crazy to me. $1 billion. They just come in and slap a 1 billion, not 1 million, $1 billion deal.
Primary use case for crypto and blockchain. Payments are where Ripple first started for exactly these reasons. The infrastructure is complete.
So yeah, they are expanding into more, institutions, everything, just more in general. And then Ripple breaks into corporate treasury with 1 billion G Treasury. Ripple, the leading provider of digital infrastructure, today announced its 1 billion acquisition of G Treasury. For long, money has been stuck in slow, outdated payment system and infrastructure, and this is what Ripple is trying to fix, problems that blockchain technologies are ideally suited to solve. And as the financial world shifting towards the digital assets, Fortune 500 CFOs and treasurers need to be equipped to manage stablecoins, tokenized deposits, and other assets at scale. Ripple's acquisition of G Treasury brings digital asset infrastructure move. So definitely very good news.
But how do you think Ripple is conducting all of these innovations? They're utilizing distributed ledger technology.
Seems like they're not going to only do, what they're doing right now, working with banks, as I predicted correctly. Obviously, the crash is terrible today, but at least we got it somewhere. So smash that like button, guys, if you haven't already. We got to push back into at least like $4. Would be awesome.